world's ending, take a look around. You're tuned into the truth, or at least the truest sound. The path to a better planet, humanity's crescendo. Here's the plan, the regular man's manifesto. Regular man's manifesto. Regular man's manifesto. Regular man's manifesto. Regular man's manifesto.
Alright, welcome to Regular Man's Manifesto. Chase Scrivener here with Cody Pyard and Jay McClintock. Alright, I gotta prepare for that awkward noise after I say
it ain't
his name.
awkward unless you make it awkward.
Okay, so our top 5 this week is going to be top 5 jobs a kid would be bad at. And I was thinking kid along the lines of like a 13-year-old, so you're like 8th grader.
Oh, okay.
Why are you making a 13-year-old
Yeah,
now?
I was thinking younger.
Alright, well it can be whatever then I guess. That's where I'm picking all my jobs at. That's the age.
Yeah,
area.
although
Where they're just like shitheads.
yeah, when
Yeah.
you're a shithead and
All
gotta
right.
have a small, frail body.
Yeah. Some 8th graders
Well,
are
I was
stacked
jacked.
though. Yeah,
Right.
You're probably bigger than you are now.
Everybody was smaller, so.
Yeah, so you looked huge. And then our topic is going to be like fitness and how it relates to our lives. And I asked a bunch of friends and stuff about it, and they kind of like said what it means to them. And
So we're gonna teach you how to get fit.
yeah,
What's the Kanye West song where has the whole song about fitness?
it's called workout. But
Called Workout.
workout plan is what it's called.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that
Oh.
actually about fitness, or is that a whole sexual thing?
And
that
get
they're-
it right. Yeah, it's a sexual
It's a sexual thing.
orientation.
Okay,
goal,
never
yeah.
mind. Don't listen to the song if you want to get fit.
Yeah. What's he say? I try to think of some of the lyrics. I got a size of 13, put on my 22. Now I ain't gotta fuck with Ray Ray's broke ass no more. Work it more. Let's get more.
Okay, all right. Let's jump into our top 5 then. I think I'm gonna look around the room and point with my eyes closed. And Cody's beginning this week.
All right.
Every week.
Is Firefighter. Think you'd be
Okay, yeah, we're starting. Yeah.
I think
The
it'd be
reason
horrible.
they'd be bad is you look at the movie Little Rascals and how they put out their clubhouse fire. Horrible job of that.
Yeah, I was mostly thinking about. I used to play with fire when I was around that age,
You were pyro.
Yeah.
and I was never really good at. Like,
What are the odds that firefighters get into firefighting because they like fire though too?
Feel
Because
like
the other thing, a lot of people that really like fire don't lose that fire liking. Like, the more disastrous shit that you make happen with fire, the more you like fire.
How do you not like fire?
I think it's
Awesome.
I think everyone kind of likes it in a way, unless they get
A lot of
burned
people
by it.
are afraid of it though.
That's the number one reason. My number one fear in life is to be like caught in like a fire that I'm gonna die in.
Yeah.
Not like a house fire. Like I
You
feel
would
like
choke to death on the fumes, bro. Don't
no,
worry about it.
I'm talking about like I want to be like we've had this in other podcasts where it's like you're in a metal casing and it's like lit on fire slowly.
That would be fucking horrible. You're
Yeah.
slow cooked to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, but odds are the fumes would make you pass out first.
I feel like you'd
If
pass out from like the pain, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
just me.
I would just try and huff as much of the smoke as possible to make me pass out. But alright, I'll move on to my number 5. And this one, I can't imagine them ever even being, like, possibly performing this job, is crab fisherman. And why are you poking at all that wax?
If I want to.
Okay, crab fishermen. Children be bad at it. They gotta lift those big ass cages out of the sea.
No way.
How much do those weigh? Like 200 pounds?
They're all gonna die. Regular grown men die.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Would it be like a crew of crab fishermen or just one kid?
Just throw one kid on there, he's dead.
Yeah, he would die pretty much
See how he
immediately.
dies.
I can't imagine him performing any of those tasks.
I think that whole crew's gonna die. They're all relying on this kid to do his job.
Sammy! Sammy! Get the cage out of the water! I'm holding this crane over here with just my bare strength. He would get the whole crew killed.
Yeah, that would be struggle. All right, my number 5 is going to be a bartender. And the reason why it's my number 5 is because recently, me and Jay were at a house party, and there was a young bartender there, and he was actually pretty good at it.
He crushed
She
it.
gave him some good instructions.
He gave up his whole life.
His mom was like, "All right, it's time to go." And he goes, "No, Mom, this is me now. This is my life.
He loved bartending.
Yeah.
He caught the fever.
So I think being a bartender at like an actual real establishment and shit, not at a house party, would practically be impossible for a kid to like be able to multitask like that. I don't think they'd be able to do it.
If it's just handing beers to people, though. Now, they're not shaking drinks.
Yeah, but that's not what.
Some bars are like that.
So it'd
The
be a
one we
bar
went
that
to in
only
San
sells.
Fran that was just like a hole-in-the-wall little bar where you just handed beers to people. I think they could do that.
Maybe. And then you gotta talk to them and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Can you carry on a conversation with a 13-year-old?
So what do you think about the color red?
Yeah.
God, these 13-year-olds are retarded.
Red's pretty cool. 13-year-old bartender right now would just be on Instagram the whole time or something.
Talk about Call of Duty.
Mhm.
Fucking your mom. Alright, my number 4. Astronaut.
Yeah.
And I pretty much picked, like, shit kids want to be when they get older.
You're just out here dashing dreams.
Yeah.
Here's the reason I
That'd
didn't
be
pick that
awful.
one is because monkeys have done it.
But, like, man, unless
Monkeys
we have,
have
like, a child prodigy doing it. I'm talking average.
We didn't have a monkey prodigy doing it, or the
Okay.
Russians didn't.
Normal
that
monkey, bro.
wasn't. Come on. That was trained.
He
for
went
years.
into space.
From birth. He was trained to do that.
That monkey was.
Yes.
Well, what if
There's
this
no way
kid
they
was?
They just picked a monkey out of nowhere.
They literally blasted him into space and just let him fall back to Earth. He
That
did
doesn't
it.
make you an astronaut.
Yeah, it does.
Nah, you gotta do something. You gotta, do something in the job. You're getting paid. Did that monkey get paid?
Probably got paid
Probably.
bananas.
Oh, he was a national hero, I would assume.
He got bananas for days,
Get
bro.
outta here.
Monkey vagina just out the waz.
I think there's gonna be a lot of ethical concerns if we're just blasting kids into space. See what happens.
I mean, like, are these wanted kids? Are these street urchin children that we're launching into space? Because you're giving them a brighter future, I think. Specifically because they're way closer to the sun.
You're saying at around 13 you can decide on whether or not a kid's gonna have a good life? Because I was a shithead when I was 13.
Yeah, I would have blasted you
Oh,
into
it's far
space.
different.
I would have straight blasted you into space. Oh yeah, you like doing skateboarding and playing Call of Duty all day? Space monkey! Just kidding. Wouldn't do that. Just kidding. I'm not heartless.
Yeah.
Number 4. And this one would be funny to watch, honestly. Hostage Negotiator. Children have limited communication skills. And I'm just trying to imagine them, like, especially if we're going 12, 13 here. These kids are going to fly off the handle real quick.
I feel like
Then fucking shoot them then! I don't care!
I feel like they would give up so easily.
Yeah.
Like, I'm bored. I'm done with this.
And that's one reason, like one of my flyer ones was gonna be like a landscaper, and it's because like the first day I ever had as a landscaper was like 12 hours.
Yeah,
You're like, fuck this, I'm never coming back. Like, you mean to rake up rocks for 12 hours? Fuck off. I'm never coming back.
Fuck off.
I'm going to McDonald's. A job that I'm good at. My number 4 is going to be a security guard.
Yeah.
Imagine just like a little kid and like, hey, mister, you can't do that. Fuck you, little kid.
I've been a security guard, and talking full-grown adults back into a store that they've just recently robbed is hard.
Well, I mean, that
50% of the time, they just run away. I couldn't imagine being a child doing it.
Yeah. Or just like security guard at like a prison or something, like a prison guard or any of those things. Or a bodyguard.
Yeah, oh man.
Mine's police officer on my next one, so it's pretty much the
Oh
same
yeah,
deal.
Oh,
guarding
yeah.
something. Just guarding anything in general. You have to be, and this reminds me of Joe Rogan went on like a long diatribe about like in his latest stand-up special about like women in the White House attack where the guy ran all the way up to the front door, ran
like
all the way
trying
to
to
the
kill
like
him.
he'd like knocked this woman security guard unconscious, and then just ran around the White House with a knife, just willy-nilly, because she was like somebody let her be the security guard at the White House.
Yeah.
It was like.
This is
You
a real
read-
story?
Yeah.
This is real, bro. Like, a guy would just climbed over the fence, ran into the White House, knocked unconscious the woman's security guard, and just ran around for a while looking for somebody to stab before some people finally were like, what the fuck, and tackled him.
Yeah.
When?
Like a year ago, probably. Maybe a little longer. And the funny thing is, they went to his car, he had like a shitload of guns, all these guns and ammunition with him. And he just like said, fuck it, all I need is a knife, and ran up there and just attempted to.
He was trying to get killed.
I think so.
Why didn't he kill the chick then? It sounds
I
like-
think he literally just like threw her into a wall or something.
He just fucked her up like so easily. Like,
Just
why?
maniac that has no plan whatsoever. Just ran to the front door and just bonked her, man.
He knocked on the doors. You guys want some cookies?
So that's what I imagine, kind of like a child security guard being. Imagine. The
I
White
think they'd be
House.
trigger happy.
Call of Duty
Yeah,
kill.
but these guns are heavy, man.
They don't have any like.
No aim.
They don't have moral responsibility yet.
Guns
They don't
are
give a
heavy.
fuck.
Triggers are heavy.
I shot a gun when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that big a deal.
You shot it at a human being though?
I was
No.
running at
Yeah,
you.
There you go. That's different.
Why is that different?
What do you mean?
They're-
Why is that different?
He's saying like children can't handle the guns.
They
I'm
can
assuming-
handle them. They can. Take a child soldiers.
Yeah.
They're crushing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, child soldiers are pretty efficient. They're doing a pretty good job, and they're, from what I understand, they're pretty cheap to maintain. This is
Go to your
I want
next
to go ahead and warn people, like, if you're like squeamish, it's probably gonna get worse from here on out for the rest of
All right, you go, Jay.
the rest
It's
of the
your-
podcast.
It's
Okay.
on you.
All right, number 3 from Jaybird, Child Protective Services. Here's what I'm imagining.
You need to get out of that, kid.
Protect
Yeah.
themselves.
I'm just trying to imagine like a child going into like a very abusive situation for children and just like getting sucked in. Like now they're getting abused. Oh great, another child for me to abuse. Just fantastic.
It wouldn't be
They're
good.
completely powerless in those situations.
Imagine if they walked in real confident, like, yeah, hey man, you need to quit beating up Billy. Shut up, motherfucker.
Like these people obviously have no respect for children. They just do whatever they want to them.
All right, my number 3 is going to be. Oh, it rhymes. My number 3 is going to be an NBA referee.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
It's like a quadruple rhyme, man.
Oh yeah, and we're on fire over here. But I think an NBA referee would be hilarious because they're like definitely under probably 5 foot tall,
Yeah.
and they're like looking up at like 7 foot tall guys, beep, blocking in the back.
Charles Barkley would have murdered some children.
And then you watch like the videos of like the referees getting knocked out, but
Yeah.
sometimes off a bad call.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that'd be fucking great.
I think they would have a problem with just getting up and down the floor, honestly. Like, they would need, like, Segway scooters or something to cover the court.
Keep up with the big guys.
Yeah, and then they'd leave rubber trails over the court. I think that would be a huge problem.
Definitely.
All right, my number 2, and this one's like coming true. President.
Oh, yeah.
We have a man-child as our president right now.
Yeah.
About to be.
We've avoided this topic.
I think it's gonna be
but-
bad.
Yeah, it is looking bad, and he is surrounding himself with other men children, and it's just gonna be, oh man, it's gonna be bad.
It's not a job that a child should have, or
Yeah.
anybody incompetent.
I feel like his whole
I think I'm gonna
verna-
press this big red button. There goes China. Oh my god.
his whole vernacular is very childish too, like super stupendous, everything's so awesome and great and fantastic. It's just, oh man, it's totally
Yeah.
chill. Like,
And
yeah,
he's great.
he's great, so fantastic, gonna be the best you've ever seen.
I'm great, okay?
Huge.
It's gonna
It's
be-
gonna be
It's
huge.
gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. Gonna be the greatest thing you've ever seen.
All right.
Don't skip me. Yeah, it's coming to me, Jaybird.
I know.
Number 2. And this would be a thing that they would suffer from because they don't have the experience with relationships. Marriage therapist.
Yeah.
These children.
I just thought of a funnier one. I'm sorry. Like, I was just reading an AMA on Reddit today. It was like a sexologist.
Yeah. Oh man.
I know nothing about sex.
I think if you put it in her belly button, she might like that.
Yeah.
I think.
Marriage therapist, those same type of things that come up.
Yeah. If you would just share your blocks with her, maybe she would be more receptive to your wanting to have pancakes for breakfast. All the solutions would be pretty asinine.
He doesn't pay attention to me in bed. Well, you gotta read her bedtime stories, man. You got to.
Have you tried the woman that swallowed a fly? It's riveting. Try it on her.
All right. My number 2 is going to be a taxi driver.
That's
And the reason why I think they would be bad taxi drivers is, one, as a 26-year-old male, I still get lost driving around my city. So they wouldn't know where anything is. They'd be totally lost all the time.
they're gonna be horrible drivers.
They're going to be bad drivers. They probably can't even see over a steering wheel. For the most part.
Probably good, bad at making change.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't know how to work the technology. Or, like, my thing is, if a kid's driving you around, you're just going to be like, screw this kid, I'm out. I'm not even paying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I suppose.
there's a few problems
Hard to
with
get
that.
payment. All right, Cody.
All right, my number one, a gorilla keeper.
Oh,
Man,
too soon.
that is
Too soon.
brutal,
That
bro.
wound is still open.
Dick's out for
That is so
Harambe.
brutal.
Dick's out for Harambe,
Oh
man.
man,
I don't
he
know.
got tossed around that cage like a rag doll.
I don't know if I ever want that to die.
Oh, the Harambe thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
There's a few things that I'm just gonna hold on to for a while, and I can't imagine what the equivalent would be for like the older generations. Like I love D's nuts things.
Those are
I
great.
love that. I'm trying to think what all the other ones.
So,
I'm gonna say that
Oh, the
until
saw
I
dude
die.
thing.
A saw dude, I love. I'm gonna hang on to that. Dick's out for Harambe. I just can't imagine. What's the equivalent for the people that grew up in like 60s and 70s?
They didn't have social media like this. They didn't have that
they
kind
didn't
of...
have
But-
memes like that.
They didn't have memes, but wouldn't it just be like still commercials would be memes back in the day,
I guess so, yeah.
like Pepsi Cola? Type
Yeah,
thing?
they're like, oh, hey, will you... Hey, kid, can I have a drink of that Pepsi?
That's
And
a Coke, right?
You know what I
That's
mean?
Coke,
Whatever.
yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, and you throw the jersey to the kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's none of that.
Back in the day, they just had.
They had
slogans.
real commercials back in the day with slogans and shit.
Yeah, slogans.
Now
were-
commercials are just like, look how much fun we're having. Buy our product.
We're so happy when we drink Coke.
Yeah. Well, like, why don't they have?
It's all
Like, what's
subliminal
the
now.
longest running joke in history? Is kind of what I was thinking of there. Like, I feel like it's gonna come from our generation. If it's gonna be anything, it's gonna be Harambe jokes because those are fantastic.
There's no way. That's
What's
gonna
the
die
longest
out.
running
No,
joke in
shit
history?
dies out so quick now. I don't know, what is wrong? That's a good question.
That would be.
It'd
That's
have to
something
be
I would
something
love to
like
know.
with like, first thing that came to my mind is like Julius Caesar getting stabbed in the back. Jokes about that.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like
I don't
something
know.
back in the day.
Yeah, I don't feel like those were jokes though. I feel like we should do an Ask Reddit. This might be a good Ask Reddit question, like what's the longest running joke in history or whatever.
Yeah.
That might be something that I would love to know.
Yeah.
Or story or whatever.
Yeah. If anybody listening has a really long running joke with either friends or knows of something, prefer to hear
Let us
from
know.
you guys because I would love to know about it.
All right, next
It's your
one.
number one.
My number one is going to be a sommelier.
It'd be impossible.
Yeah.
One, they're not allowed to drink.
For the people at home that don't know, it's a person that's an expert in wines, and they go around.
It's just like the most impossible job to get.
yeah.
Like it's like if you watch that movie on Netflix, I was like, oh my god,
I haven't watched it.
dude, it's crazy.
I feel like it's like opinion based, but then like these people have crazy good palates, and they can tell you what ingredients are in.
I'm
They
such
tell
a
you
mild taster. I couldn't do it.
ingredients, year, where it's from.
That's
the
insane.
Just from
Temperature.
smelling it and tasting it, they tell you where it's from and the year it was made.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It is nuts. They'll be like, okay, I'm getting, and they'll say stupid shit. Like they'll be like, oh, I'm getting like a fresh can of when you open a fresh thing of tennis balls, and like that's not in it, of course. Like what? It's just fermented grapes, nothing else. That's all
the
it
child comes. Tastes like grape juice.
is. Yeah, you know, he'll be like, oh, I'm smelling tires. I'm smelling fresh cut grass.
Watered
like,
chestnuts.
yeah,
What
like
the
they'll
fuck?
say all these things, which like they people say different things. Like someone will say I smell hoses, but you would say, oh, it smells like tires.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like whatever, but it'd still be a rubber-based smell.
Yeah.
And like they would all say something different. It's so fucking weird. But the movie is badass.
Yeah.
I was like watching it like, oh my
A
god.
child would be terrible at that
Yeah,
job.
there's no way.
because they don't have the. Actually, their taste is like
Your palate hasn't.
you have
Yeah,
more
but-
taste buds in your life when you're younger. That's why we're
What?
yeah you lose them over your lifespan.
I didn't know that.
Yep. So they would be better in that regard.
I
They're
thought they just-
real lightweight.
thought
But they wouldn't know how to reference it to like other things though. They would just say like, "Oh, this tastes like grape juice."
Yeah.
I thought your taste buds
Tastes
just
like glass.
matured. over time.
Nope, they don't. You lose taste buds. That's why things that like I could never put Brussels sprouts even in my mouth when I was a child, and now I eat them
Love 'em.
freely.
Yeah, but see,
Gum,
like,
gum, gum.
another
Brussels
reason
sprouts
why
out
they
the
would be
wazoo.
bad at it is because it takes like hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of like preparation and like studying and flashcards and shit. Like you'd have to study. They study like in this movie. They study for like 10 hours every day,
That's retarded.
and then they like have a job. So it's like their whole life is about this. It's
Yeah.
fucking
It's nuts.
wild, man.
Having one of those constantly evolving jobs would be difficult. I'm thinking of like web designers because that shit is rapidly evolving where you can just get left behind.
Quickly.
Like I enjoy web designing, but reading the posts online about how to become one, fuck that shit. They're like, oh, so a lot of them spend 3 to 4 hours a day just catching up on new things that are being posted about their job that's not even like related to the thing they're doing.
Yeah.
Even if you're just
What if you're really like challenge oriented, where like that's something that you're into?
Yeah, but it would be, you'd have to.
You would never be bored with your job and shit, though. You're always learning, always willing to accept new things.
But you'd have to, like, imagine you took a day off. You are now 4 hours behind everybody else. Imagine you took a week off. Jesus Christ, you could never.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You could never.
That'd be
They
lame.
just like I read about like I took a 1 week vacation. Now I have to designate 2 whole fucking days to just catching up with the shit I was off.
Yeah.
There's no way you can like learn all that either.
You're
You
not
learn that much.
retaining it.
You're not retaining all that information. There's no way.
Yeah, but it's just like new practices and stuff. It's like it'd be essential to, or like being a doctor or a lawyer. Really,
I guess
There's
that's true. Yeah.
new principles and stuff. There are new presidents. You have to at least be aware of them.
Yeah.
Sort of. I think once you're in the job, though, you're doing the job.
Oh, dude, you'd be surprised.
Alright, anyway. Well, here's a job that you don't have to get really any better at. You get money no matter what. Being a stripper.
Oh God.
That's alright.
Damn it,
If you were a
man.
kid, that'd be a bad job.
I've been on the fence about you saying
Actually,
this one.
you know what? I think if there was one kid that was like allowed to be a stripper, that kid would kill it because of all the pedophiles.
Be
That's
that.
so fucked up, but that kid
Yeah.
would be raking in the money.
Oh man, I'm telling you, it'd be a bad job. They
What-
wouldn't
what
be
are
good
chi-
at it. They're
what
weird,
are child
awkward.
pageants if not strip shows, though?
A child
Yeah, that's
pageant,
true.
yeah, kind
Yeah.
of the same thing. They dance and they sing, they perform
I
a
think
show.
They'd be good at it.
Some of them kind of do strip teases and shit too.
It's just fucking. Oh, it does. It's
This is
the whole
creepy.
time we've been talking about this topic all day. I'm like,
it says,
are we getting ready to record us saying this?
this says top 5 jobs kids would be bad at. I'm not saying I want to see a kid stripper. I'm saying that that'd be a bad job for one.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
disagree with it.
I'm
Yeah.
saying they'd kill it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I want that to
Now
happen.
that we're talking about it, I really do feel like and I'm not saying they'd be good at it, but I'm saying they'd
No.
be successful.
They wouldn't have to be good at it.
It'd be like the
They're just
midget strippers,
fucking
really.
Perverts out here
There you
throwing
go.
money
There you
at
go.
them.
The midget strippers is a keen
Yeah, just-
example. Bridge of the Midgets is gonna be in town soon, man. We go see her. She'll go through.
Yeah.
Woo!
Alright. It didn't. I
That's a
suppose
good
that's
one to
not
end on.
as fucked up as I was thinking it was gonna sound.
It's definitely not fucked up. No.
Mm-mm. The Harambe thing might have been
The
worse.
Harambee thing is way worse.
Somebody lost their life over
Yeah,
that.
Harambe
Cody.
lost
Jesus
his life.
Christ. Boom. Crush that. Let's get on to our main topic of the night. We're talking about fitness.
Yeah, this is all the gonna.
Oh, he's back. Arnold is back. Oh, man.
I love fitness.
We always love having Arnold on the show.
It's coming. I'm
He's
coming on the show. I'm coming in the bedroom. I'm coming in the gym.
Great.
I'm
I
coming all
love
the
that.
time.
I love that he's coming. That's fantastic. All right. Let's start with a very simple premise here. What does fitness mean to you?
Who are you asking?
I'm gonna hit Cody here first.
All right, fitness.
Fitness. When was the last time you worked out, Cody?
Because
It's been
I don't
been
know.
a few months.
Let's describe Cody to the viewers here real quick.
What the fuck?
He's what do you say? 5'7" here, Cody.
Yep.
How much do you weigh?
You're 5'7".
Yeah.
All right.
145.
145. Vegan. How much can you bench press?
I don't know. It's been a while.
How many push-ups can you do?
I can do probably 50.
50 push-ups
in a row.
You're a liar.
I could do 50 in a
You're a
row.
liar.
I could do 50 in a
No,
row.
All right,
I
we're gonna
disagree.
record this.
We're
We're gonna record you do 50 push-ups at the end of this podcast.
Oh, you fucking.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
You don't think I could do 50?
No, I don't think so.
I can eat 50 eggs.
Alright, I
Yeah,
can do 50.
you can't do 50 push-ups. You
What
gotta
do I
do
get
real
if I do
push-ups.
them?
You
I
get
don't.
pride.
Yeah, man. You said you could do it. You can do it.
I
There's
probably
nothing
couldn't
you-
even do 50 push-ups. in a
Yeah,
row.
like there's been a few times.
I thought that was like the
Nope, it's not.
You should be able to do 50.
Nope.
Fucking maybe.
No, it's
Some
hard.
people can. Military people. Brett Cooper could do 50 push-ups easy.
Yeah.
He could probably do 150.
I don't think.
All
I don't
right.
think 50 is that far out of range.
All right, so Cody's more fit than we thought.
Yeah. Cody is.
I only weigh 145, dude.
Yeah, I mean-
it's easy to push me up.
Yeah, I do agree with you there. Like, I'm
No.
250 and it's tough.
Okay.
I can do a lot of pull-ups too.
How many pull-ups?
I could probably do 10.
That's pretty solid.
That's
yeah.
solid, man.
Yeah. The most I've ever done is 19 pull-ups.
I did 22 in high school.
Nice.
Uh,
All right, so what does fitness mean to you, Cody?
I think it's just like being healthy, and just like, I don't know. I feel like it helps you like be more confident and have the body you want, and just like it's a lot of things, honestly. And I
Yeah.
wish I would like go to the gym more.
Yeah.
Is it like
you
a
feel
time
better.
thing for you though? You
And-
don't have enough time, or?
Well, I just like don't like make it a priority. I think
Yeah.
like fitness goes in with like your mental health, goes
Mhm.
in with like so
your
many
energy
things.
levels, a lot of
Yeah.
things. Well, we'll delve into that deeper. Chase, what's your fitness definition?
Like what you asked earlier.
What's
you
it mean
said,
to you?
What's it mean to me?
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's like a stress reliever. So like I get stressed out a lot about things, and then when I like work out, I like you either forget about all my other things I'm worrying about, or just in general like get into like the zone. Plus, I like physically like hurting myself.
You might be a berserker, bro. Dude, I don't know if you're.
But not
familiar
lately
with
though. Like lately, I haven't been particularly like training for a goal or have anything in mind like where like I'm not on an actual program and stuff. So like right now, like fitness for me right now is like, fuck, I gotta do that, or like I like don't really want to do it. I want to lose weight, but then I'm like, oh, I don't really like doing cardio, and like I want to be stronger, but like right now I'm just not on a program to like gain optimal strength, and my garage is cold, and it's just a lot of things, you know what I mean? So
I worked out with you today, and I can barely walk right now. I haven't done weight training in, I would say probably like at least 2 months, maybe 3.
But I mean, I like legitimately lift weights 4 days a week, no matter what. Like 4 days, I work out no matter what, and then
It's a lifestyle.
I usually do like 1 day of like cardio, and then like all of us are on a flag football team, and then I do that on Sundays. So I mean, I'm training, doing some sort of physical activity, and that's my main thing. Is I think for fitness for me is just doing something rather than like sitting on your ass. Because like after I work out, I feel so much better.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I can be so tired, like I want to take a nap, fall asleep, and not even take a pre-workout, not even take a stimulant at all, and go into my garage. That's where I work out, by the way. And fucking do like a squat day, and like say I don't even hit good numbers. Say like today we did safety squat bar, and I didn't even do anything. I went up to like 185 pounds, and I did it for like 3 sets of 10 with some like leg press, and then I rode 2,000 meters or whatever, and like I fucking felt awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not even tired at all. I was like, fuck yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
It just
I
makes your
crushed
whole day better. I feel like.
And I wish I could work out real early in the morning, but with my schedule and stuff, I'm so messed up with time. I usually have to do it in the afternoons.
Okay. The definition that I went with here is fitness is your ability to complete physical tasks and how efficiently you do it.
Yeah.
That's what my just general definition of fitness would be. But fitness also has to include, with a lot of the research that's coming out now, is like it just affects your brain too. So like how your
Dopamine,
metabolism works, yeah, like how
Everything released.
your energy levels, it all is connected.
Your T levels.
Your T levels, gotta keep your T levels up
Yeah.
for
big
sure.
time. I think people take advantage of that. Like people take advantage of sitting around and stuff, like being.
You think it makes
dormant.
you happier, but if you look,
Yeah.
if you could just, I feel if we all could have like a meter.
There's so many people I know that are so tired all the time or whatever, and they're like, oh, I wish I could do something to give me more energy, and then they're looking for like a pill, or they're looking for like medicine.
Hey, don't you talk shit about coffee, bro.
Yeah, or whatever. I'm just saying in general though. And then like I'm just sitting there thinking like, well, how do you eat? What do you do in your downtime? You know, it's like, oh, I watch TV, or oh, I eat fucking fast food every day or whatever. And like, I don't eat good, honestly. I probably eat like shit. Really, I do eat like shit. But I underconsume calories, which I think that's my main problem, is I undereat, and then I'll like eat a bunch. I'll like binge eat one day, and then I'll undereat for like 3 days.
This is going to take us way off topic, but the book that I just recently lent to you, Chase, about the 5 questions, it talks a lot about, you know, like it divides all your activities up into 4 things. Q1 is things that you have to do, like emergency things. Q2 are like proactive things that you just like are important to you. You're preparing to do things, so like it'd be physical fitness, or you know, if you're a programmer, it's like writing code and stuff like that. Q3 are things that you think are important but actually don't really go towards your main goals, and Q4 is just wasteful time that you think kind of rejuvenate yourself. And I'm thinking like what you kind of were going on there has me thinking of like when you watch TV, you think you're kind of replenishing your energy, but you're not.
Sometimes you are, but most of the time
you're not. So it like the book talks about like just watching an episode or something. Great, you need that downtime. But if you sit there and watch 3 or 4 episodes of something,
like an hour or 2 hours sitting on your ass,
you have no momentum. You've lost all your energy. There's no direction anymore.
Well, it kind of seems like counter to like that you would work out and then you receive more energy from working out. But it works that way because like, it just like releases, like it makes you feel so good, and like,
and it's hard to like on the front side of it to think that way, like, hey, at the end of this I'm gonna feel better, I'm gonna feel more lively, I'm gonna feel more rejuvenated.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna be like you tomorrow, you're gonna be like, fuck, that hurts.
You gotta get through that phase.
I love that feeling, honestly.
But once it goes away, like when you're not sore anymore, like when like you're working out a bunch of times and like for the most part you're not sore anymore, like sometimes you're a little sore, tight. Usually it's more just tightness. It's fucking awesome. Like I remember, like I guess when I first started working out, the reason I worked out was strictly for sports. I had no desire to be like strong. I had no desire to do nothing. Like my football coach was like, you gotta do this in the off season, you have to do this during the season, like that's what you do because that makes you better at the sport.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, like sure, whatever. And like at Wayne, like our direction there is like fucking sucked. Like they didn't teach how to do shit. So all throughout high school I'm squatting wrong, fucking my back up, deadlifting wrong, fucking my back up.
Yeah.
All this shit. And I get to college, finally learn a little bit more about how to like do the exercises properly. I gain a bunch of strength, but at the same time I gained a bunch of weight because I'm eating at a buffet style, man. Just crushing the game, man. I was like 260 pounds. Fucking huge. Not like how I am now. I'm like 250 now, but not like muscular. Like I was like a underdeveloped 260 pound
You're
guy.
bulking. You're bulking.
What are some fitness goals that you have?
Currently, goals right now is just lose weight in general. But I just know me, and I feel like when I'm like trying to lose weight, I just get off track on like actually training. So lately I've been thinking about how I want to get back into, because I mainly like lifting for optimal strength. Like I don't really give a shit too much about what I look like. Like I want to be athletic and I want to be like in shape. Like so when we go play football and stuff, like I want to be like quick and fast and whatever and be able to run the whole time. But like I don't care if I walk into a room and a dude's like, you're the fittest guy here, or like have a 6-pack or whatever. Like I don't,
because that's hard to fucking do.
well I don't, I'm saying like, but for my personal goals, like I don't give a shit about that. I'd rather bench press 350 pounds and squat 600 pounds and deadlift 600 pounds.
Yeah.
So my personal goals currently right now are just lose a little bit of body weight in general. But like overall goals within the next couple months, I want to start pushing towards a 350 bench, a 500 squat, which I've done before, but I want to do it like I did a competition last year, 2015, a powerlifting competition, the USAPL, and I would like to do something like that again, because like then I had like I would go into the gym and I had like a purpose every day. It's like, okay, today's Monday, this is what I do, these are the weights I need to hit. bam, and then I would do it, and I would
He
crush
was a
it.
laser focus on that.
And I
shit.
loved it. I loved doing it in this like pattern of like, this is what you do this day, this is how you do it, blah blah. But then lately we've been like really busy with Windows and everything, so I've been kind of putting fitness on a back burner. You know what I mean? Which sucks because I mean I'm still working out 4 times a week like I would be. I'm just not taking it as big of a focus as I would.
You haven't lost that lifestyle though.
No, I'm 100% the lifestyle, but which I don't think I could because like when I sprained my ankle when we were playing, dude, I was miserable.
Yeah.
I couldn't work out for like I think it was like 9 days. I couldn't actually like physically do anything. I was fucking miserable.
I am too. I have this broken hand. I can't do anything with upper body whatsoever.
I couldn't even do anything. I could do bench press, but it even hurt to do bench press to get into doing an actual bench press. I was fucked. Couldn't do nothing for like 8 days. I could barely walk.
I just remember why I was working out for a couple weeks. I stopped working out, decided to do legs, hit them too hard, and couldn't fucking walk for like 2 days.
Yeah.
I was like,
I love
what?
that feeling.
I don't. I like literally.
Tomorrow
hurts.
I'm kind of like, it's going to be a reminder of just how fucking brutal I was to myself tonight.
It hurts so bad. Like I barely did anything.
But it's like a reminder of just like, it's like, you feel like it's like a glimpse into what your body could be if you just kept at it, you know? Those just like destruction of your, you feel a little bit swole, but you feel a little bit swollen at the same time.
Yeah. Plus, it depends on your exercises. So, like, if you just do, like, a traditional bench press, like, all the time, regardless of how hard you push it, like, you're not going to be particularly sore, like, in your chest. But then say you do, like, flies, and then you do, like, incline, or, like, exercises that you don't do all the time, where you have to use more muscle fibers, because you have to balance more, rather than using a barbell. Dude, it just tears you up. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So
like,
I deadlift. I deadlift all the time. It's one of my favorite movements.
Oh, God.
And, like, my hamstrings will get really tight, and they'll be, like, kind of sore, but, like, overall, like, not that bad. Last week, I did just some, like, stiff-legged deadlifts with dumbbells, and my hamstrings hurt all the way. Even on Sunday, my hamstrings
probably describe
hurt.
what stiff-leg deadlifts are.
It's just, like,
We're glossing over a lot of technical terms here.
So, like, it's like, with dumbbells in particular, so if you're standing straight up, you bend at the hips, you hinge at your hips, and you keep your legs semi-straight, not all the way straight, and you'll just feel a lot of tension on, like, your hamstrings.
Oh, okay.
Rather than, like, a traditional deadlift where you actually, like, you don't 100% hinge at the hips.
Okay. What kind of goals do you have, Cody?
goals for fitness.
Goals for fitness.
I'd say I just like want to stay at the same weight I'm at, and just be more like fit, like I guess like cut,
Yeah.
or just like turn the fat that I do have into muscle. Like I'm perfectly fine with the weight I'm at right now.
Really? Okay. That's
I'm just like want to
that's
be
very similar.
I want to
what
be like
think.
more agile
Yeah.
and just
You've gotten a lot more athletic just in our flag football games, bro. Since,
yeah.
since the last 2 years we've been playing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a vegan thing or just playing so much or whatever. But
I wish we could play more.
I lost
honestly.
25 pounds when I went vegan.
25 pounds.
Yep.
Jeez.
Plateaued. That's all I'm gonna lose now.
Mhm.
And this is the weight I'm at.
Yeah. Okay. My goals would be, I have like kind of more specific things. I want to bench press 200 pounds, 3 sets of 8 at some point in my life is what I want to do. And I want to run a marathon is the number one thing I want to do. And I want to complete a Tough Mudder.
I'm down to do a Tough Mudder,
Tough
not
Mudder
doing a
stuff.
marathon.
Yeah.
I
marathon
wanna
would be
do a marathon.
hard. That's got to be one of the
But you're
hardest
a good runner though. Like you could, like right now.
I'm a pretty decent runner, like, but my legs have taken a beating. My shins just start swelling up anymore if I start running long distances. I used to be able to run 10 fucking miles and then do it the next day, and now if I do it, I gotta like ice that night and then ice in the morning if I want to run again that day. Shit just swells up now, man.
Maybe you're just running wrong. Maybe you need to have a specific shoe or something.
I did have a nice shoe for a while and it helped, but after
I feel like I fucked up a lot of my body with skateboarding. Just like fucked up my shins really bad. Just falling all the time.
Yeah.
Wasn't good.
It might have actually strengthened your shin though, because if you had a bunch of micro fractures, or whatever, it would make your bone denser.
I particularly haven't had any actual injuries like that have like held me out for a while from actually lifting weights. It's all been like outside with like playing flag football. I fucked my ankle up a bunch, hurt my rib or oblique and shit. Like like you'll have like little muscle strains and whatnot. But those pass in a week or two, and then you can keep training. If you really sprain your ankle, like my ankle currently now today, still swollen.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, look at. 100%.
I think I've broken both my ankles, honestly, because they've
compared
never...
to this one.
Yeah.
It's fucking swollen, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's always swollen. All
You
the
gotta
time.
be careful, really.
All right, that's why I have to wear double ankle bracelets when we go play flag football.
Yeah,
And
there's
shit.
a bionic man out there. Let's get into one of the more like interest-generating topics with fitness. It's diets. And I remember back in I would say in the 90s and early 2000s, there was a lot of like buzz diets where it's only eat this or only like there was
Like
a lot of
Atkins.
just
It still is.
strange things. I feel like they've died off. Like
I
people
don't think they
realize
have.
they were ridiculous. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe
I think
not.
it's more just like people on the internet coming up with their own diets, and then it's just not even like marketed the same way anymore.
When are people going to realize that it's not an extreme, there's no extreme solution to just being fit? It's like a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
You're just going to be fit now.
Yeah, diet's not going to do it for you. That's a short-term
Yeah, you're not going to
solution
just
to a
eat egg
long-term problem
whites
that you have.
all day, every day for 6 years in a row and be, a perfect specimen of health.
No. Yeah.
And like, I know Chase is always trying, or I think you've had a few different diets with like a bunch of restrictions and stuff.
Well, I do like low carb stuff, which works.
Because you used a lot of research to come to that decision to choose that, right?
Yeah, so like my body reacts like strongly to carbs. So like
But you have a specific goal in mind when you're on that diet. Like most
it's
people,
not long term. I don't use it long term.
Most people who go on a diet are just like, this is gonna get me to this weight, and then I'm gonna go back to being the same person I was before this diet.
Yeah, which
And that's just not gonna.
which isn't gonna work. But I mean, depends on if say you're gonna get married in a month and you need to lose 6 pounds, you could go on a diet like it.
Yeah.
You could do an Atkins diet or you could do a whatever. And like honestly, doing low
You want to
carb.
pretend to be somebody for a little bit.
If you want to do like a keto diet,
I feel like it's just like being conscious about like what's going into your body is almost just like what a diet is.
Yeah.
You're just actually conscious of how much you're consuming.
which I would say that I wish I would have known, like back when you're like really young. Like let's say earlier we were talking about being kids. Like when I was in 6th and 7th and 8th grade, or even younger than that, like elementary school, I had no idea what a calorie was, what a protein was, what a fat was, what a carb was. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I regret even now that I didn't. When I got into college, I took a wellness class and I didn't take a full advantage of it. Like I learned about what it was and all that stuff, but I didn't actually like understand like what those things meant to you or to your body or to any other individual's body, the way that they, like some people are really sensitive to carbs, some people are sensitive to fat, some people are sensitive to proteins or whatever, or like you with like meat, you stop eating meat and then you started feeling better of certain things. Like all these people react different to different things. But when you're a little kid, I used to drink so much pop.
Yeah.
Sugary pops. I used to eat like zebra cakes. All these things that are so like I couldn't even imagine buying zebra cakes.
Yeah, I don't
now,
eat any
which
of
they're
that shit.
delicious.
Oh, I love zebra cakes.
But I'm just I have never bought a sugary based thing. Like I don't buy cookies. I don't buy chips.
Yeah.
I don't buy any of that shit. But when I was fucking 8 years old, that's all I wanted from my
all
mom.
I ate, yeah.
That's all I wanted. My mom said, "Go into the grocery store. What do you want?" And I'm like, the things that I want vanilla wafers. I want 2% whole milk. I want fucking graham crackers. I want Oreos. And I would dump a whole container of Oreos into a bowl, fill it up with milk, smash it all, and eat it.
You had Oreo cereal?
Yeah, it's
Oh my God,
amazing.
you're living the life.
It's
as a
amazing.
kid.
It's
My
the
mom
greatest-
would kill me if I ate a whole packet of cereal.
Well, I don't eat the whole packet, maybe in 2 servings,
Yeah.
but I'm definitely eating it in one day, 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I would eat the worst things. I used to drink Volt.
Yeah.
If anyone knows what Volt is, the greatest energy drink of all time. It's
It's not even an energy
not a
drink.
thing anymore. It's a
just
soda that kicks like an energy drink. So it'd be like it's an upper caffeinated soda, and it had 57 grams of sugar, or maybe even more than that, per can. And I would drink a fucking 6-pack on like a Friday night playing video games at home.
Oh, dude, I drink a stupid amount of Mountain
Dude,
Dew.
it's so dumb. And like if you break that down on the like I was consuming 500 plus of just sugar just from pop, not including everything else I was eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like all your calories for your whole fucking day. So
Yeah.
I'm eating, and I worked at McDonald's. Game over. I would eat a 20-piece nugget on
Couldn't
lunch break for fun. You know, like
I can't. I've tried. I know pop is so bad for you. I can't kick it. I really can't. I just love it too much.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. I would eat nothing and just drink pop. So if I could just eat like crackers all day long.
But you don't like Diet Pop though.
I think
Diet
it's
Pop is disgusting,
man.
I love Diet
It's
Pepsi. It's so
it tastes
good.
like fucking just pure Splenda or something.
Yeah.
I love Diet Pop.
But it's like it's a pale. It's just a shitty comparison.
Yeah,
to
like why even?
something I love so much.
I
It'd be
don't
like
even-
watching a North Korean version of your favorite TV show.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess my thing is, my
That's
mom
weird.
always
What is
bought
that now?
Coke, and I never liked Coke. I thought Coke was gross. I never liked it. Then one time she brought home like a vanilla Coke, and I was like, wow, this is really good. And then she started bringing home like the Coke Zero, which was like the whatever 0
Yeah.
calorie one, and I would drink that every once in a while. But then I just did my verge for my desire to drink pop was never there. I never liked it. Unless I had bourbon in it, which I developed that way later in
Yeah.
life.
Would you
I
say-
never really liked pop. I drink water. I love juice. Milk. I would drink 2 gallons of milk a week when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Would you say that your calorie consumption with like drinks has just changed from pop to beer?
No.
Cause like beer has tons of calories in it.
Yeah, for the most
Right?
part. For a lot of them, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't drink nearly as
But
much beer as I do
with beer
pop.
though, your actual calories aren't particularly coming from, like say it's a light beer like a Bud Light. Your calories aren't coming from carbs or like whatever. So like when you drink a pop, all your calories are coming from sugar.
Yeah.
Okay. When you're drinking a beer, your calories are coming from the actual alcohol itself.
Mm.
So 1 gram of alcohol is
So it's
7
different.
calories.
It's different.
Yeah. So like when people say like macronutrients, that's so you think of like a carb, a protein, and you think of fats. So fats 9 calories per gram. Alcohol is 7 calories per gram, and then protein and carbs are 4 calories per gram.
Huh.
So an actual alcohol is a macronutrient.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
like
see?
a lot of people
That's
do like
interesting.
a lot of people will do like if it fits your macros, like
Yeah.
say if they're on a diet, and like so say you want to consume alcohol, you should take it away from your actual fats because 7 is closer to 9 than 7 is closer to 4. So most people will go like, oh well, I'll drink more alcohol and then I'll cut my carbs. But realistically, you should cut your fats.
Boom. That's like insider piece of information. I feel like.
I don't know if it is.
Well,
or
it
not.
kind of we kind of delved into the thing that I was wanting to aim to next was what are some common misconceptions we have about fitness, and we kind of got into a lot with
The fad diets are definitely a
with fad diets
misconception.
and misconception.
I would say that like body image. I feel like so many people like positive and negatives of body image. Like, oh, like I'm cocky and I think I'm better than everyone else, or like, oh, I'm fat and I think I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So there's kind of like both of those in fitness, because like you can think of people who are like super fit and then they'll tell themselves that they're fat and gross. Like me, I'm like, oh, I'm gross. I fucking feel fat, whatever. Wouldn't realistically like I'm somewhat in shape. I'm not like
Yeah.
a morbidly obese human being that's like when people look at me, I
You
look
about to say the word gorilla there for a second?
I look big.
Yeah.
People won't look at me and go, "You're fat."
No.
But like
not at all.
in my eyes, I feel fat,
Yeah.
but I'm really not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
I think most people struggle with
the way people perceive you and the way you think you are.
your self-esteem. Like that's a self-esteem thing.
Yeah. It's like I still feel like, and this probably isn't even the same thing. I still feel like I'm short. Spent my whole life being short.
You grew like 5 inches in like 1 year.
Yeah. So it hit me all like late in life. I was like 17. I was like 5'3" until I was like 17 years old. I was just resigned to being short.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah, you might, bro. Like, seriously, don't give up. Don't give. I had given up, and then like all of a sudden, I woke up and I'm fucking
25, it's
tall
over,
now.
I'm
I'm
short.
taller than most people now.
Yeah.
But I still have that like syndrome.
I
brother.
peaked on height real early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in like 8th grade, I was like one of the taller kids, and now I stayed that the whole.
Yeah.
I never had like a major.
Super
growth
average
spurt.
height. I'm like 5'11", like boom, I'm that smart. Well, I'm above average in American standards, but
I didn't even know what a growth spurt was until like way after the fact. I was like, I just went through one.
because I remember you would always be like, man, my shins.
I couldn't walk. My fucking ankles
Growing
and
pains.
shins were on fire. Like I couldn't even walk. I was like, what the fuck is
'Cause
wrong with me?
Because when me and Jay first became friends, dude, like legitimately, like I would go to football practice early in the morning, and I would go home and I would go work at McDonald's for a little bit or whatever, and then I would go over to Jay's house and we would play basketball like every day.
Yeah.
And then like for like almost like 2 months, like a whole summer, the whole like when you were 17, we didn't play at all. Because you were like, I can't play, dude.
I
Something's
was
wrong
always
with me.
on my feet before that, and I just like couldn't do anything. I was like, I thought I was crippled.
I would make fun of him.
I
old
like,
man.
I can't. It hurts
I had
so
growing
much.
pains in my ribs.
Your
Where
ribs?
I would just like intensely hurt in my ribs.
Never had
And would
them.
just have to like go lay down or something.
Your ribs.
Yeah.
I never had
Huh.
growing pains. I was fucking huge when I was little, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because like
It was
legitimately,
horrible,
when I was in
man.
8th grade, and I still kind of laugh sometimes, like when I'll have people come to the bar and they'll like lie about something or whatever, and like they'll be like, oh yeah, like not you saying you're lying.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
saying
a
like you
fucking
just said you're
liar, Cody.
145 pounds.
Yeah.
I would say the last time I was 145 pounds, I was in probably like, I don't know, maybe like 3rd grade, 4th grade, maybe like 5th grade, Like I was huge, dude. I was so big all the time. And I wasn't like super fat or anything. I was just big in general. I just always had big arms and like big legs, and I've just always been just big fucking head. My head is huge, man. I've just
Your
always
head weighs
been
a good
I've
amount,
always just
probably.
been like really big. People are like, oh yeah, in high school, man, I was 185, and I'm thinking like, yeah, in 8th grade I was 185. I got my driver's license, so I'm 16 years old. I was 215 pounds, and then every year, all the way up until like pretty much my sophomore year in college, I gained like 15 to 20 pounds a year.
So what's the highest you've been?
263.
263. My highest is 170.
Yeah.
170?
Yeah.
I was 263, and like honestly, right now, there's a possibility I'm like 260, maybe. I'm not totally sure, cause like I haven't been training like consistently or like particularly like watching what I eat. I've definitely been under eating big time, probably like by like a good 1,500 calories. Like an example, like today, me and Jay worked out for a little bit, so I did whatever like a 2,000 meter row, which probably burned, I don't know, like 100 to 150 calories. And then I did like a quick little workout of like maybe 30 minutes, so say I burned like maybe another 100 there.
Man, that's going to kill me tomorrow. I
Another
swear.
100 there. So I burned 200 some calories, and then we've had 3 beers, you know what I mean? Like most of my calories today came from booze.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had 600 calories of booze probably. Food-wise, I had 2 cups of tomato bisque,
Yeah.
and then I had 8-ounce chicken, and then I had like a bag of vegetables. And that's it. That's all I've ate all today.
So you're pretty good at noticing like the amount of calories that are in things. I noticed you have a Fitbit, or not a Fitbit, like a fitness watch on,
Yeah,
right?
the Garmin one. I wear a Garmin Vivo Active.
That's
But
a
I've had all of
phone,
them.
right?
I've had not all of them, but I had a Misfit Shine. I lost it in my yard somewhere. So if anybody wants a Misfit Shine, somewhere in my yard. I've had that one, and I bought my girlfriend that one too, but she lost that one as well. It was so stupid. Just little metal thing, and it goes in this super skinny small band,
I pointed this out to you.
like
by
a
the
rubber
way.
band thing, and you could just pop it right out. Like
I pointed this out to you, right? And you said, no, it's fine. It's in there pretty good.
it wasn't there good. It worked great. And you know how
Until it's in your yard
But you know
somewhere.
how I lost mine? You ready for this? I'm opening my door. Kona runs out, chasing after like a squirrel.
Kona being his little dog.
Kona runs out like chasing a squirrel. So I was like, oh shit. So I pull my arm back, and my hand catches on my screen door, launches it like fucking slingshot style. Flies into my yard. I'm like, oh, it's at nighttime. It's like 3 in the morning. I just got home from work. I'm like, fuck. It's gone forever. No way I'm finding
Gone
it.
forever.
There's no way. I'd have to get a metal detector.
Pigeon ate it. That's what happened. So, like, the one thing that I wanted to get into was how does our modern technology help with fitness, either like tracking or like monitoring your behavior, or just like augmenting your exercises? Where do we think it is now? Where do we think it's going?
I think it just makes people more conscious about the activity that they're doing in their life.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know even like for my mom, we got her a Fitbit. And she doesn't, like, work out or anything, really. She does go here and there.
Counts your steps, though, right?
Yeah, it counts her steps, and it...
Sleep, too, sometimes.
Yeah, it kind of makes her more active in knowing that she's not been active.
They give you a little bit, like, pushing... Like, say, hey, you've only had this amount of steps today, get up, walk around,
you're slacking today, step up your game. You're like, oh, shit, I just realized I'm kind of
That's weird, though, right? That feels to me like... I wouldn't say Big Brother, but it almost feels like we're letting the singularity kind of like make us into better specimens. In Matrix, we're better batteries.
So I use mine. Strictly for. I really like it just for sleep. Honestly, I like looking at my sleep and how I slept the night before. But like, yeah, I look at my steps a little bit, but I know I'm pretty active in general. Another thing too, which is cool about mine, is I can like log activities. So like I have a Concept 2 rower. I can click like row indoor, and then I can do my workout, and it'll tell me how many calories I burn, how long, whatever it is, and it's calories burned based off like my body weight, my heart rate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And another thing cool, like in the summertime, I'll ride my bike. So I'll go on a bike ride and travel all around, and say I leave my phone at home. This actually GPS tracks where I go, and when I come home, I can look on my phone of a map of where I went. Which is super dope.
Cool.
Which is badass.
These things have taken off, really, and they're relatively cheap. It seems like.
This one seemed like was expensive. I feel like $250.
Yeah.
$250. Yeah, that does.
But you can buy like the cheap Fitbits for like $100. You can buy a lot of them for like $100 for the most part. Well, if you want to have like special things like GPS tracking, like I can control, so I get notifications on this. I can log activities. I can change the space.
It's a full smartwatch.
Pretty much. I can't reply to messages or anything, but like I can play music via Bluetooth, all that shit.
There's a huge demand for these things. Like they almost seem like they came out of nowhere. Like it was all of a sudden nobody's really wearing them until like next year. A lot of people are wearing them.
I think the technology wasn't there, and then when it was, everybody was like, okay. It's a thing now.
Because like if you go back like a long time, like when the first Fitbit came out, or like when these, I'm not sure if it was Fitbit in general, but like when activity trackers first started coming out, they weren't accurate. So people were like, oh, well, that's fucking stupid, or oh, I don't want. Why keep tracking my steps if this thing's off by 1,000 every day?
Yeah,
shit like that.
That's what I'm saying about like the technology being there.
Yeah. So like just like within the last year, the heart rate is actually accurate on them.
Yeah.
So like people,
they're used.
The heart rate's been out for a while, but it's been inaccurate. Like people are like, "There's no fucking way my heart rate's 270. I've been sitting here for an hour."
There's so many useful tools now, and it's like, what do you think?
Like MyFitnessPal is super useful.
MyFitnessPal is the thing I was thinking of too.
Yeah,
like that's probably helps with just knowing what's in the food you're eating,
just
and where you're standing at for the whole day.
Yeah.
These things are really it's getting almost to just be too easy.
And then like before, you'd have to write it all down, or like even with think of like workouts. Like you can get everything online. A workout, you can watch videos like on YouTube of workouts.
A lot of the mystique of fitness is going away.
Yeah.
It's a science now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's a definite science now, and that's something we really haven't touched on. Is like they're getting the science of these things down, or like a lot of the YouTube people will get on there and they'll be, like couch scientists, like just keeping up with whatever the latest results are and just implementing it into their results or into their exercise regime. People are, I want to, fanatical might not be the best word, but people are like very into like crafting their fitness goals and exercises.
Yeah. I was going to ask a question, like, do you think it's very much different, like, say you might see a difference going from one program to the next program, but for, like, people who aren't on a program and then they start a program and then they go, this program's the one for me, it's so good, but that's really just because they weren't doing anything before.
So, like, you get, like, beginner gains. Like, that's kind of like bro talk. So if you don't work out at all and then you start working out consistently, you're gonna see like huge gains, like ridiculous gains. Like say like today we maxed out and your bench press is like 135, and if you work out whatever for fucking a month and we max out again, it's gonna be like 175 pounds. Let's just say whatever.
That's satisfying to see.
And it's huge. It would be huge at the very beginning. Like when I first started working out, like I was like, holy fuck, I'm strong. You know what I mean? But then when you get strong, it's so much harder.
Yeah.
Like let's say like I could consistently bench press 315. Can't bench press any fucking more than that. You know what I mean?
Start to plateau.
It's so hard, and so then you focus your PRs, which is a personal record. You focus it on smaller things like, I just did 185 for 14 reps. And the next week I do it for 15 reps.
Yeah.
Like you focus on smaller PRs for the most part.
Yeah.
I have a different philosophy. I feel like I want to try a lot of different workouts and get those just like new burns as much as possible. So like I'm gonna be hurting a shitload from working out today.
Yeah.
I like that.
Depends on like what your goals are. So like if your goal is you just want to be like more athletic, then like you shouldn't be doing like, you know, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be doing powerlifting based things where you're focusing on overall strength. You should be focusing more on athletic based things like box jumps and like lunges and like plyometrics and shit like that. And then when it comes to like overall strength, you should focus on overall strength. Like I mainly only train with a barbell. It's very boring. Yeah. I bench press, I fucking squat, I deadlift. Boom. Like I don't have to do anything else.
Yeah.
I want to be good at those three things. Like you need variations of them. So you do like incline, you do like safety squat bar, you do sumo deadlift and straight leg deadlift and regular traditional standard deadlift.
Okay, just saying all that. Starting out, say you don't like if a listener or somebody is not working out
at all.
Where do you start? Because it can be overwhelming. It can be overwhelming.
Okay, don't even start a program. Start on walking a fucking mile every day. Like really small things. Because if you're not active at all, there's a reason you're not active. So most people jump straight into fitness and they start a diet and they start following a program instantly when there's no desire. Like you're not going to get stronger and stuff because you're just following a program. You need to have like an actual passion for it to push yourself.
Yeah.
My philosophy is the thing that I think you need to just master the basics. You need to master all the body weight exercises. You got to walk. You got to be able to at least run a little bit. You got to do some push-ups. You got to be able to do some just body weight squats. Some planks. You gotta just handle the basics.
A lot of stuff I've read, because I've read a lot about like fitness and starting workout over and over again. I feel like, but like one of the things is like that you should like beginners mess up on a lot is like form. Like don't worry about how much you're lifting. Just worry about like using correct technique.
Especially like when it comes to certain like styles. So like if you're just gonna do like body weight shit, then like form particularly doesn't matter. But, like, if you're going to be a powerlifter, like, form matters. If you're going to be a weightlifter, form matters a fucking fat. I know weightlifters who, even now, they've been weightlifting for a year, still can't lift a lot of weight because they can't get the form down.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you think of, like, CrossFitters and whatnot, like, form's important in most of all your lifts. So, yeah, form's huge, 100%. I agree with you. But, at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, watch a YouTube video, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And then form changes for people. Like some people are better sumo deadlifters than traditional, and you just have to find it and work with it.
You gotta just like it's kind of it's a lifestyle thing. Like you just like that's the thing I'm doing now. I want to find out the way like I'm going to be fit. You have to just keep progressing. Yeah,
and you have to find it for each person. It's different. Like me, I don't like running and doing cardio and stuff. So like I would prefer to like do lower reps and heavier weight. That's what I prefer to do. Yeah. Like Jay likes to like do like full body workouts, so he should focus more on doing like full body workouts. Like an example, like today we're doing squats, so like I want to just fucking squat, and I'll do like a couple other little leg exercises. When I'm squatting, Jay's like throwing a dumbbell around and curling and pulling on shit and like just
Once
causing
I'm going,
chaos.
bro, like I just get going.
Causing chaos everywhere. You know what I mean? He's like all over the place. And like, is that functional? Not to me.
Yeah.
Because that's not my goals. I don't want to do all that shit.
Yeah.
I want to focus on the one thing. But that's something that he needs because your
I
brain.
wasn't just throwing shit all over the place. I was lifting a dumbbell and pressing
Like you're
it.
all over the place. Bro. It's like
I was, yeah.
He's
Doing
like
10 of these and then 10
doing
of those
yeah. He's
and-
like doing squats and shoulders and biceps and triceps and all in one day. It's like okay.
I don't
But it-
perform in bursts.
And the reason why I
Yeah.
think that you do that though is because you only work out like 1 day a week or 2 days a week. So if you're only going to work out 1 day a week or 2 days a week, a full body workout is perfect for you.
That's
because
what I do.
you hit all
Yeah.
your body parts or whatever. Like I work out 4 days a week. If I did a full body workout 4 days a week, I'd be fucking dead.
Yeah.
I'd be so tired all the time.
you'd get used to it.
Yeah, but I mean like if I'm really, but like if you want to get strong
push-
and do
push
it,
yourself.
you can. There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Like for me, my personal goals, that's what I'm saying. It's different for everybody.
yeah.
I think that's one thing that's really cool about fitness is that everyone can relate to it in some aspects, but overall, like it's always going to be different for every single person, for every other person's
what you're trying to do.
what they're trying to do,
what
like
you
goal
are
based.
currently.
So it's so amazing that your body style,
Yeah.
like everything's different. Some people are fucking made to be bench pressers, or some people are made to be Olympic runners. Some people are made to be weightlifters.
Yeah.
Some people are made to be CrossFit and shit, like Rich Froning. Like that shit's
Yeah.
nuts.
And technology gets involved with all this, but it's something that like robots can never take. They're like we get fit. Like it's an art form and a science, really.
100%. It's both.
Yeah, it's just like we're just finding the sweet spot, and I feel like we're kind of. I don't want to say we might be hitting a golden age of fitness.
Maybe.
Yeah, like I don't know how CrossFit fits in all this. I would really, at this late stage of the podcast, not like to delve into.
Delve into that. Yeah.
I would
into
like I would like to bring up so like I asked like a bunch of my friends and stuff, like people who like work out and whatnot, like what's fitness mean to them and stuff, and that'd be cool with just kind of like
Yeah.
telling some
Let's
of
hear
their
it.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
So I would kind of like say their names too, because they were kind of saying that they want to be shout out.
Shout out.
So Donovan, our buddy Donovan, which everybody knows.
He's super fit, man. He's a great fucking teacher.
So he's
I
an
like him.
actual-
Isn't he a personal trainer?
He's an actual personal trainer down in Indy, and questions I asked, I said like, what's your main reasons for being a personal trainer? Is it a good career path? And like, what are your personal fitness goals? So he said at first it was just a job, like so he just did it just for a paycheck, like he just graduated college and whatever he needed income. He said all throughout school, because he graduated with exercise science degree, he was like, fuck that, like I'm not going to be a personal trainer, that's stupid. But then he tried it, liked it, and he needed income, so he just went with it. And he said now he couldn't imagine doing anything else at all. He said that's like what he's made to do. He said it's low stress, laid back, it's super rewarding, and can be lucrative. He says, in terms of a career path, I make more now. This is exactly what he said. He said, I make more now than I thought I would make when I retire. But at the same page, he can't increase his income anymore than what he is making now. So he's making the max amount he can right now. But with that sentence, it sounds like it's fucking doing pretty good.
Yeah.
He's living a really good life down there, that's for sure. And then he said that unless he branched out and like did his own business or whatever. And then he said for his personal goals is he wants to be like looked at as fit in general. Like he doesn't care how strong he is. He doesn't care, whatever. He just wants when someone looks at him, he wants to be recognized as being fit in general.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
He looks like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, man.
But he's like not that big.
Not
but yeah,
as big.
But
No,
he's in shape,
looks-
100%.
He
If you
definitely
look at Donovan, you would say like that guy works out. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I hope he listens to this and
I'm shouting you out, D-Train. I told her I would. And then my other
D-Train here.
and then my other buddy Rudy Lechuga, he was a college football player, and then he did like bodybuilding stuff or whatever. Like I feel like most people who get into weightlifting, especially if you're a male, you get into like doing like bodybuilding type exercises. So you're like squatting and benching and you're deadlifting, but then you're focusing on reps and you're focusing on overall hypertrophy, like where you're like making your muscles grow rather than like actual strength. And like that gets really mundane and boring. Like if you're gonna go and just do the same workouts every single week all the time. So now he does CrossFit only.
Yeah.
And he said the reason why he likes doing CrossFit is one, because he was bored and he was sick of doing like these mundane workouts that he always, had to do. Other things he said is like there was no competition. his only competition was like himself and his body.
Yeah.
Unless he was doing like bodybuilding shows, which he never did. Or like if he did a powerlifting competition, then there's competition there. You set goals, you try to beat them. But ultimately you're against yourself in powerlifting. You're not really against other people. So he didn't have a drive or a desire to compete anymore. So he started doing CrossFit. Kind of got in that little family where everyone's pushing you and whatnot. Then he started doing like CrossFit competitions and like all that stuff. So then it like brought back that fire and that desire he had when he was like in college playing football.
Yeah.
So I think that's the main reason why. He said also he got to learn like Olympic lifts, which he was overall just interested in. And he said that now he looks at fitness on the terms of being a more well-rounded athlete. So I think that
sounds good. Yeah, that sounds right to me, honestly.
Yeah. I think that's how I feel too. Like currently right now my state is I would like to lose weight and just be more athletic in general. But overall I know in my heart I just want to be strong as fuck. And I want to do it like naturally, man. But you never know, man. I'm gonna get on the juice, get jacked. I'm gonna be coming here and be like, all right, ready for the podcast.
What'd you say?
Just super angry all the time.
You mean Welch's grape juice, right? Or are you talking about something different?
Yeah, I'm talking about
Welch's grape juice. Get juiced.
All right, cool. Well, thank you guys for listening. Make sure to check us out on Facebook at Regular Man's Manifesto, on iTunes at Regular Man's Manifesto, and then, of course, the SoundCloud link at Regular Man's Manifesto. This is Jay.
Hey-o!
And Cody.
Woo-woo.
And Chase signing out. See you guys. Thank you.
See ya!